Oh, I
Dude,
was like,
Tom,
that sounds awesome.
I think I told you this, but Tom, you are hilarious.
Stop it! Everybody's hilarious. Thank you.
No, genuinely, you are
that's
like
not actually true.
every time you open your mouth in that show, it cracks me up.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You're
Thanks,
a great
man.
Kogane.
Stop it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really
yeah,
Thank
I
you.
mean, yeah, everyone is not funny, Tom. That is.
Yeah, that's it.
Are we live?
Of course, I left YouTube open.
We are. We're 30 seconds live.
Cool.
There we go.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, I have to go punch the button.
You gotta go. Oh,
there's like an orange thing that pops up, and Facebook's like, "I will delete your stream." Okay, so there we go. It is the pinned tweet on the Colorworld Books Twitter page. Everyone can. Oh! Brandon's visual.
Hi, Brandon.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Like
amazing.
crap, Brandon.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I just sat here and it eventually got it together. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, there we go. There's the
hey.
camera.
Whoa!
Still
you
looks
get
like
two
crap
cameras?
from a different angle.
He has a
Thanks,
film crew.
boy.
He streams, right? Of course, that makes sense.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this panel, you all.
Now switch to camera 3 and
We're gonna
Yeah,
three
camera
and then bring up the lighting. We're gonna bring up the lighting on 3.
I think I have a third one. I do have a third one. It's not.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's in the booth.
Okay, man, that's awesome. Welcome,
Shows
welcome.
a blank spot in the booth.
Yeah.
Let's cut to Izuki. Go.
That's
right.
Pun.
Pun.
third
Yeah.
pun here.
Welcome everyone to Colorworld. For those of you who are joining us for the first time on the panel, this is where I get to know all the new folks and catch up with folks that I'm friends with and find out how everybody's doing. We, in order to ask a question, book a hangout with anybody. I think Khoi has like 10 minutes left available. And then everybody else, we're going to leave the pages open and do what we call flex booking. And so if you want to hang out, ask a question, it's literally hanging out one-on-one. Then go ahead and grab a hangout, and then we'll ping them, and then we'll find out what a good time for everybody to hang out with is. And then you guys will hang out. Speaking of, Brandon, first time, what did you think this morning of the hangouts?
I thought they were great. I thought everybody was really friendly and really fun to hang out with. And, you know, like it was nice just to kind of catch up with fans and stuff. It's not something I'm used to doing. So it was quite
fantastic,
quite eye-opening and,
okay.
and wonderful. It forced me to be quite social.
Did it catch you off guard that most people like don't talk anime? They're just literally like chilling with you.
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of nice actually. It was like, oh, cool.
That's Brandon's like, I'm omniscient, so I totally knew that was coming. Yeah, that was not a surprise
totally
at all.
What a pro. Yeah.
I know, right? Khoi, how was your morning, bro?
That was fun. Everybody has such cool bedrooms. Like I'm seeing all these bedrooms and they're decked out with like all these figures and plushes, half of them Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I tried to hang up a poster once and then I didn't.
And now
I forgot.
it's in a roll and a rubber band on your floor.
Yeah, well, I tried to once, but it failed because my wall is like of this weird.
It looks super glossy.
Coarse, yeah. It's a very coarse texture, so like nothing will adhere to it. Except for the holes I punch into it out of frustration.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure if you punch hard enough, it'll go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyway.
Do you rage quit your video games?
Do I rage quit my video games?
Yeah.
You know what? I have mastered that part of myself. I'm happy to say that I process my video game rage in a healthier way now.
That's awesome.
And I hope that all of us can cultivate that level of inner peace.
I'm still in video game therapy.
Tom, what do you play, man? What's your poison?
I've been playing Cuphead.
That's one that'll get your blood.
Yeah,
that one definitely makes my blood hot for sure.
A cup of salt. Yeah, that's.
I heard that's literally one of the hardest games to play.
It is pretty difficult, but I was really good at side scrollers as a kid.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Not too bad. I'm making progress.
Okay, so if I say up, down, left, right, BA, select, start.
Oh my god. Play that little Capcom.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I tried on Contra 3 to use that code.
Where I use it the most.
Oh, maybe we have some. Is there?
No,
I feel
it
like we have like a tiny version of this of the Super Nintendo, and it lets me
Classic?
like select a game,
Yeah.
Oh,
the-
gotcha,
The
you got-
classic.
but the code doesn't work there, right?
It does.
Oh, bummer. Oh, it does.
Maybe I suck at this.
Maybe.
I
There's
tried.
variations. There's variations on the code, so you have to look it up.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to. I'm OG, and I played friggin' Contra on the original Nintendo, late '80s, '89, maybe 90, 91. Yeah, it's been around. All right,
Good
Alan,
times.
what's your poison? You play?
I play Monster Hunter.
Oh,
I'm playing through Monster Hunter. By the way, Brandon, you sound amazing in that.
Oh, thanks. He's a real
yeah.
himbo.
I'm playing Monster Hunter, which brings plenty of salt, and then right now we're playing Knockout City, Dead by Daylight, and Apex. So
okay.
yeah, and yeah, I vary it up, but those are the games I'm currently in rotation with.
Has anybody? Is it? Oh man, what's the latest Call of Duty?
Oh, Cold War? Yeah, actually, I do play that as well.
Okay,
I like that my box is underneath yours.
The combat.
So you can just reach up and grab him.
Yeah. Take that. B word.
So our son is a sniper, like legit, like mains Widowmaker and Overwatch.
I hate your son because he's probably better than me.
Well, he'll play the whole family in Halo to 50 kills, and we'll be lucky if we get 25 by the time he's won.
Oh my god.
He set the number of kills in Call of Duty at 500 to give us a fair shot. Yeah, it's pretty. But it's honestly so much more fun. I feel like Call of Duty. I don't know whether the aiming mechanics are just better for less seasoned players, but I feel like I had a shot in Call of Duty, and I've never had a chance
I'm
against
sorry,
him.
but that sounds like the most anime thing that I've ever heard. That,
What?
Like your son is like this like prodigy with like a
Oh,
sniper,
yeah.
and he's like, yeah, I'll put like two hands behind my back and still win, and you know,
Yeah, that's it. That's
like,
Eov.
That's some like Aomine crap right there.
Oh man. Okay,
Dude,
yeah, Brandon.
the
He
last
was
Call of Duty I've ever played was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like way back.
Like
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
like COD 4.
Yeah, COD 4. Yeah,
Dang.
yeah. Or was it World at War? I can't remember.
there were people shooting. You died several times.
Yeah, it was great. You had to have been there.
Yeah,
Like truly.
Oh man, Khoi, what's your poison? Do you play the machines?
I play Stardew Valley like a
Yeah.
cool kid.
What is that?
I feel
Stardew Valley. Did you say what is Stardew Valley? It's okay. I'm not
Bro,
gonna be a snob about it.
I'm 40. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like
farming.
this sweet farming sim. You know, you live a life on a farm. You grow your potatoes and you court the people in town. You marry one of them, have a baby, make some cheese.
Just one of them?
Yeah,
Oh, I
ideally.
guess it depends on
We
which
live in a
town.
monogamous culture.
Okay, all right.
They're not as progressive as you'd like to be, Tom.
I guess not.
By the
I'm
way,
trying to-
what room are you standing in? Because it looks like you're in like a pocket dimension.
This is I'm actually at a correctional facility right now. They
They let him-
We gotta do this panel fast before they.
Yeah,
before they
his
walk
time-
out.
Yeah,
Find out.
I just broke out of my
Where'd you get this
jacket.
microphone? Who is Brad from Colorworld?
Oh my gosh. Okay, what is that farming simulator called? I just googled farming simulator, and apparently
Yeah,
there's
you're gonna get 10 million results. It's called Stardew Valley, you donut.
I think it's called Harvest Moon.
No, it isn't. Stardew, one word.
Okay, Stardew Valley. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yo, I got Xanthi into that game, and she hated me because it took up like 5 months.
Oh,
of
it's
her
gonna
life.
suck
Five
you in and
Mhm.
hold you
Yep.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
thank you
Yeah,
for the Google search.
This is how I spend my time, like a winner,
Oh,
like
nice.
a king.
Oh man. So you've
Growing
already found your
crop.
significant other? You like how many kids do you guys have in the game?
Just one.
Okay. Taking
Yeah,
it slow. Taking it slow.
Taking it slow. I think they only let you have one.
Are you
That's
serious?
about all I can manage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that
wow. That's very like it's like a message against my life. It's like training people to be like produce fewer people. I wonder, do you know like any philosophy behind the game? Are they like trying to push the like where was it created? What country?
China.
It was made by one dude in his bedroom or something, like in an apartment or something. It's
In
pretty
China,
incredible. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think some guy
Oh,
just
Eric
said,
Barone?
one day I want to make a farming sim, and then did it. And that's pretty amazing.
And then everyone
That's
copied
awesome.
it, and that's why there's 22 of them on
Like-
when I googled it the first time.
I guess. I
Well,
don't know.
Harvest Moon was a thing before Stardew was, and
Okay.
then Harvest Moon like did drugs in a back alley, and it was
How
like
dare you?
it hasn't been the same.
Drugs
Well,
in a
it's
back
because
alley.
the developers changed, and I think one had the rights to the name, so
Oh.
so they kept calling their games Harvest Moon, but spiritually the successors are Story of Seasons.
Mm.
Those are the original Harvest Moon devs,
Okay.
and those games kick ass.
Yes,
so-
they're amazing. Last
That's-
Harvest Moon game I saw was like a puzzle game, and I was like, "What is this?"
The last one I played was on the Super Nintendo, so
Okay, people.
that's all I remember.
Tom.
How dare you?
I'm not even
anyone
that much
play-
younger.
Anyone play StarCraft?
I
Wow, that
had-
was
I had to quit.
very very cold reception.
I had to quit because
I think I gotta go now.
Oh, Tom's like, that's
Because the
how I
orderlies
know
are coming.
Brad's. That's how I know Brad's old. It's like
I
he just said StarCraft.
played StarCraft, and then my Korean friends like
Oh, whooped your ass.
no. They had me join them,
Yeah.
and then by the time I finished making like 4 buildings, they already wiped out the other
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
competition. And I was like, no, this is I'm not Korean enough to do this.
Oh, wow. So then what you're saying is then there's no way because I definitely have 0% Korean feature. So
Good
I-
luck. Good
I
luck.
feel like they win the world championship every year, right?
I think so. I believe so. It is the national sport.
Oh,
I
I'm
bet
so
I'm
glad.
Korean enough to do it.
I've been playing since man, 1998.
98.
Yeah. I've been playing. I went to college. I graduated high school in 1998 and then went to college, and we definitely played StarCraft. Like that was the poison back in the day, and you would like yell down the because we had a T6 LAN, and it was like super fast, and no one had ever experienced internet speeds like that back in 98. And so we would all like live on campus in the dorms to take advantage of the connection. It was amazing. Well,
Wow.
sweet. Let's
Sounds like
let's
the Dark Ages to me.
wow. Wow. Okay, that's fine. Brandon, we'll start with you. How did your kid ass get in front of a microphone? How did they give you no how did like were you a theater guy? Were you singing in high school? Did you do comedy sports? How'd you get started?
So how I got into voiceover? I started by singing in high school. I was part of a little worship band. Growing up, I was a little church kid growing up.
Yeah.
And I ended up going to college for music and music theory, and
Oh, cool.
I bought all this equipment. Actually, I bought this mic that I use for streaming like almost 7 years ago at like a summer internship.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to use it, and so eventually I fell out of the music scene. But I still had this equipment, and I still had no idea how to use it.
Okay.
And I was watching a lot of anime and cartoons at the time, and I was like, that'd be a fun hobby to get into as I'm going through college. So I went ahead and did some studying and looked into it, and like did a lot of fan work and stuff like that that like would never see the light of day.
Light of day.
And, yeah. And eventually I started taking it a little more seriously, and I moved up to New York when I got a job as a flight attendant. And from there I started auditioning for stuff just because I was in a major market, and still didn't really have any idea what I was doing. but eventually started taking acting classes and really diving in deep, and made the move out to Los Angeles, and now here I am.
Now, are you an a cappella guy at all?
No.
Oh, so when you were doing singing, it was totally accompanied by
Yeah,
either
full band.
piano. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, full band. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. That was like way back. I thought it was so cool.
Have you been able to sing in any anime?
No. The one time I have, it was a really weird translation.
Okay.
And the timing was really off.
Mm.
And then the key was like 5 steps down from where my normal voice sits.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Oh wow.
yeah, it was very
Beautiful.
interesting.
Oh
Just all
man.
my people.
All right, Khoi. What? How did you get started, bro? What got you in front of a microphone?
It's a weird and long journey. I mean, I've always really loved performance and acting,
Mhm.
just because it's very in line with my love for attention. And you know, when I was a kid, yes, don't act like you don't like attention. We all like attention.
Absolutely.
Whoever says they don't is a freaking liar.
Do you think everybody? You don't buy that anybody is a true introvert?
I mean, I think of myself as pretty introverted, but once in a while, I like to shine like a star. I think we all hold that desire deep in our hearts somewhere. You know,
That's awesome.
the only difference is how truthful we are about that.
About
fact.
it. Yep. No, I
Yeah.
like that. Now, were
Yeah.
you like a middle school talent show guy? Like,
Ish, I guess.
okay.
When I was at that age, I think I'd done a little television work when I was living in Singapore. That's where I spent my middle school years.
Okay.
So I'd had a little traffic with, acting, and I'd
Mhm.
enjoyed it. But I was brought up in a culture where that's not really considered like a viable career
Like
path,
appropriate. Yep. Yep.
or like not one that your parents would be crazy about. So
Yep.
I kind of abandoned that goal for a while. And because of the nature of my upbringing, I moved around a lot, so I
Yep.
didn't have a lot of friends. And the thing you do when you don't have a lot of friends is you watch anime and get super into it.
Okay.
That's your fate.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I was a huge nerd for a lot of my life. Still am, kind of. And then one day I found myself at an anime expo
Oh yeah. As an
Yeah.
attendee.
as an attendee.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was just sort of a melding of all the things,
Yeah.
I really love anime. I really loved acting. There was a studio with a booth there that was doing something.
Bang Zoom.
Yeah, Bang Zoom.
Yes.
They were doing these open auditions.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? I got time. Why the frick not?
Yeah.
So I got up there, did a thing, and felt my heart race.
Oh, I
and
love it.
realized, man, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
I want to do this. I am falling in love with this.
Oh, very
This
cool.
is the only thing I'm thinking about right now. So instead of eating, I put that money towards classes.
That's what you do. That's the
Yeah,
responsible way.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
And try to get a snowball rolling. And I guess now I'm doing this, and it's super fun. And I still don't have a clear idea of how I got here.
Have you told your parents?
Oh, they know. They look at my Twitter and shake their head. in
That's
disapproval.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I feel like it was Hassan Minhaj that was sneaking out of his house to go do like comedy clubs at night, and his mom discovered what he was doing, but then like covered for him with his dad, and like his dad didn't know he was a comedian, and
Man, just to one day find out your kid's one of the biggest comedians in the country.
isn't that crazy? Yeah. It's a very immigrant parent thing to do. I am first generation American. Both my parents were born outside the US. So I very much treat my kids like the typical immigrant, like they never work hard enough. It's every now and then I'll like pause and be like, I just need, like, to my wife, like, I need you to check me. Like if I get that my expectations are here, but if they're like here, just like, So I
back a little, yeah.
I try to real because I'm aware. I love Hassan Minhaj, Trevor Noah. I feel like this is a great immigrant world that we live in. Ali
Yeah.
Wong. There's so many. We're getting exposed to the great people of the world because it's become so small thanks to social media and the internet. I try to be aware of how much of that stereotype I fit and be more realistic with my kids. So we'll see if it's working. Alan, I feel like as he was talking about kind of falling in love, that reminds me of your story. Can you remind the new folks how you got in front of a microphone?
Trauma.
I'll do it.
Yeah, trauma.
Trauma drove you.
I watched my brother rented Office Space from Blockbuster, and that was a rated R movie, and we watched it anyhow. And I thought it was real because my brother was working a dead end job like in the movie, and that scared the pants off me.
Yep.
And from that very young age, I was like, I gotta find out what I want to do, otherwise I'm gonna end up like that. And so kept searching, and then
you chose the most secure line of work.
Hey man, I didn't care about that because I was dumb. You know, I was just young and dumb, and I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Yeah, and broke. I found like I was trying stuff out, and then I went to my cousin who's an editor in Hollywood, and he was like, okay, well, find what the common thread between all the stuff you did was, and then try something else from that, and realize everything spawned from my childhood and my love for cartoons and watching TV and all that sort of stuff. And I just thought to myself, well, what was the most fun we had as a kid? And the first answer was playing pretend.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, why not do that? And so I was like, why not try voice acting? Went to the big city for me, which is San Francisco, and then they had a voiceover conservatory. So I signed up for a intro class there, and first time I went in front of the mic, I felt that sensation of, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. And that's how it started.
Yep. I love it. I love that Office Space story. So thank you for,
of course.
Tom.
Yeah.
It's your turn, bro.
My turn.
Tom.
Me.
I know everything about Tom.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to fact check your own story because I know it.
Totally can. Yeah.
He probably watched all the same interviews I did, Tom.
Yeah. Tom, well, can you keep my finger?
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
There we go.
I got you.
All right, everybody, log off. This is our moment.
Yeah. Don't look. Avert your eyes.
Yeah.
No. I actually got the acting bug in high school. A guidance counselor recommended that I take acting because I had ADHD. I still do.
Same.
And I figure I needed just a constant difference in my life. So voiceover has been really good with feeding that.
Yep.
But the events of 9/11 happened while I was in high school. So I ended up not going to college because my dad lost his job. He was a manufacturer for airplane parts, and they let him go. So being the oldest of kin and able to work, I took on 3 jobs at the same time. I worked at Fry's Electronics, GameStop, and Hot Dog on a Stick. I was working like 12 to 15-hour days. Just trying to help make things meet until my dad got back on his feet. So I ended up not going to college, and just through the hustle and bustle, I ended up with just working odd jobs here and there. I ended up at a tech startup where a friend of mine was mentioning that he was taking voiceover classes at Bang Zoom. I said, that sounds great and fun because much like everyone probably here, I love anime. I love anime so much. I still do into my adulthood. And I was like, that sounds cool. Can I come? And he was just like, yeah. Turns out he was actually engineering there at the time. He no longer is, but really good guy. And that's kind of how I fell into it. I just started taking more and more classes. I quit all my daytime jobs, and I'm now doing voiceover full time.
I love it. I love it. I feel a little. I mean, Alan, I know you tried to pour cold water on it, but I feel like
What?
well, because you're like, oh, it's not super responsible and it isn't steady work, but I feel like if your heart is there, you would still say, right? You would encourage somebody
That
who
wasn't
really
me. That was Khoi. That was.
I did heckle him that way, to be fair.
Yeah.
okay.
I do agree with that sentiment, though. I think as long as you have a genuine love for something and you just have an extraordinary amount of willpower, you really can do anything. And
Yeah. I think it's the time. I think people get confused on the timing. Like they hear like, oh, you can do it, but they don't match that up with like, oh, but it could be 7 years.
if I can share a story, when I
Please.
left that startup company to actually start pursuing voiceover, I took my life savings and produced a demo after taking classes.
That's
That demo cost me $2,000, and I didn't get any work or anything from it for about a year and a half. In fact, I shared it with an agency that I was taking classes at, and they told me I had no business being in the industry. Yeah, it destroyed me. I wanted to quit right then and there.
Yeah.
Made me really, really sad. But like I said, if you feel it like in your heart that you just have to do this and nothing else will make you happy, and you just have the will to do it, you can just push through it. Because I'm just saying that for just any industry, anything that you're really, really passionate about or into, any projects that you're starting or anything like that. If you really love something, I think you have to do
That's
it.
incredible.
You have to pursue it.
Yeah, no,
that would have crushed me.
Yeah,
I would have quit.
I cried endlessly. I desperately just clinging to support. But then I met wonderful people like Alan and Khoi and Brandon throughout, and Khoi again, and Khoi throughout my
can't forget about Khoi.
You can
voiceover
never
class
forget
endeavors.
about Khoi.
And these guys right here are really great support, along with being very talented and very, very awesome, genuinely really great people.
I'm so before we jump into Kuroko specific stuff, I'm going to share this with the fans out there, because there's a lot of people that are acting surprised right now. I can't say that I try to scare people out of voice acting, but what I do try to do is make it a little bit more realistic. I think too many people have this idea that they're like, oh, I have a great voice, I can do this thing, and so therefore I'll just fall into it, I'll get lucky. So look at Zeno Robinson's Behind the Voice Actor page, and you can look at the date, and it says in 2010 he was in Young Justice. He was Cyborg. His next credit is 2016. So there's a 6-year gap. So first of all, he got replaced as Cyborg in that franchise, which I'm sure, Tom, was a lot like that moment for you, where they were like, don't do this. You're wasting your time, right?
Yeah.
And then, so does it take that long? Hell yeah, it takes that long. And hell yeah, you have to be willing to hear some moron tell you that this isn't the thing for you. But if you're willing to put in that wrench time, then you can have the fastest 10-second car. But
if I can add to, longevity
please.
Is definitely a thing. I see a lot of people just kind of fall out of it, and that's okay if you just find that you don't love it enough, or just don't, it's a hard industry.
Yeah.
It's a really, really difficult one. It's one full of rejection, and you have to have a certain backbone and just be able to take that almost every day. For every audition that I have, I maybe book one like out of every 100 that I get. So even though I am working full time, and all these guys are too, I'm sure, it's still a grind. You still have to work for it. You still have to hustle.
It's an
absolutely
insane amount of no's for every yes. I think that's the thing that people underplay. They don't really get that they've never experienced that level, that volume of rejection before, that they're going to face as an actor, right? Brandon, I see you shaking your head.
I mean, I think about it, and I'm like, especially as I feel, at least compared to everyone else here, I often find myself feeling like I'm like one of the newer people in the field, and it's interesting because having not come from an actor background, it's just something that I fell in love with later on. It's one of those things where I'm used to, if you mess up or if you fail at something or if you get rejected, you at least get feedback. Here you don't get any of that. You don't get feedback. You don't get like well, try this next time, or try XYZ. You have to figure it out as you go, and invest in your education and your classes more than and I swear, I think at this point I've spent more on voiceover than I have for college. And and that's education, that's training,
Equipment.
Equipment. Just everything that you need. And I think one of the hardest things for me personally is not getting the feedback. And it's like okay, well, I've done a million auditions and I've booked maybe one out of like Tom said, like one out of every 100. You might get, which is crazy. And I think a lot of people don't take that into account, especially when they're getting started, because I sure did not.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Okay, was this an audition as far as Kurokos go, or did you get a call and say, "Hey, I just would really like you to play"? Yeah.
Yep.
So this one was AutoCast, which is it happens. I mean,
it does.
Yeah, it happens. Actually, for Bang Zoom, I wouldn't say it's rare. I don't know. It's weird. It'll happen. I mean, sometimes we'll get the audition, sometimes autocasts happen, and I think this one was because of time. Like, it was just they had to have it. So it was just autocast.
Well, I've heard we obviously have a ton of folks on, and the directors, one of the number one things that I hear come from directors is, I need an actor I can trust. I have to produce this show by this timeline. It's going to go live on this date. And so you have this window, and if you can say, I'm looking at this visual, I see this person, as long as they're down, I want to use this person, because they can trust them as an actor to deliver on the performance. And it's kind of allowed the whole industry the dub industry to speed up and to produce the volume of content that comes out right now. Khoi, you blew me away when we were talking earlier. I did not expect the answer. That you being behind the microphone isn't the only thing that you do in the industry.
Oh yeah, no. At least as far as Kuroko's basketball is concerned, I also adapted some of the scripts, the ADR scripts.
Yeah.
And I help with some of the directing duties here and there.
Now, you said that you did 10 episodes. You adapted 10 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, I did the last 10 or so episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind.
Now, how did that come to you? Was it just like lying around and you're like, I just start how on earth?
I showed up to the studio and I pressed my face against the glass and I screamed. And I held up a sign that says, "This will stop once you let me adapt a show, specifically JoJo's Bizarre Adventure." That's not how it happened. But like in an emotional way, it was kind of how it happened.
Yeah.
I happened to be connected with a few people who were offering ADR writing classes, or just to train new people.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got into those classes, submitted samples of my work, waited for a job to appear.
Yeah.
Got the email. I was like, hey, we need some help picking up the slack on this particular show.
Yeah.
You want to do it? And I was like, yeah, I like money. I'll do it. I think the scripts were well received. And then I got offered a chance to be one of the many writers on Kuroko's basketball.
Very cool.
When that show came around. And then they asked, hey, could you help us direct a few episodes just to help us get these out on time? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I like money. You'll find that's a common theme in my story, common thread right there.
Will work for money.
My willingness to work for money, I would say, is my defining feature.
It turns most of us, that's what we're working for. I mean, I would think that we love to one degree or the other, and some days more than other. But yeah, I mean, if you don't, it's hard to eat.
Yeah, it is a challenge. I don't want to do a Jean Valjean. I don't want to spend that many years in prison.
Nice. That's I like that was clutch. Alan, what
Yeah.
about you? Are you do you have other passions and desires besides the microphone?
Alan hates money.
No.
Oh.
Freaking
Actually,
hates money.
I make all my money just doing this. So no, I don't direct. I don't write. No, that's
Tried to
it.
give Alan money once and he hit me.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That was
that was
serious.
disrespectful, bro.
Tom, what about you? Are you into
Do you
stuff-
like money, Tom?
I love
God.
money, dude. I absolutely love money. Before actually quitting my daytime job. My daytime job was actually working at Disneyland for a show called Turtle Talk with Crush.
Okay.
I remember
where,
the stage of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually just recently quit that job
Dude.
over the pandemic because I just proved to myself that I could just do this full time.
Congratulations. Yeah.
So, but that was a lot of fun. So I did do that for money. I was the voice of Crush the Turtle from.
Are you allowed to do the voice here?
Yeah, dude. It could
Oh,
just be a
man.
generic surfer voice. It doesn't have to be
A turtle.
Disney Pixar.
Tom, how long does a turtle live for, Tom?
Dude, that's an
average.
underwater mystery, bro. But on average, we greens can live up to what you human dudes call like 65 years of age. But like, if we live in the most righteous environment and eat all our greens every day, there's no reason why we can't live any longer. Like, check me out. I'm 150, dude, and still young.
That's awesome.
You are an amazing turtle
Stop
and
it.
an immaculate human.
I try anyway. Thank you. You all are. Thank you.
Brandon, what anything besides the behind the microphone stuff?
I love being behind the microphone. I think if anything else, I would love to get into casting one day.
Okay.
Seeing how people play off one another.
Yeah.
Really astounds me.
Okay.
And I really love seeing how a finished product comes out.
Yep.
You know? And then of course, like on the way of directing and things like that, like all those things are very like just fascinate me. Production in itself fascinates me.
Okay.
You know, but overall, I think the number one thing is acting. It'll always be acting. It's just
Interesting.
something I love. But other passions, yeah, I would love to get into casting one day or directing because it just, like I said, just everything about it just fascinates me.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, and then how many of you all are streaming?
Yeah.
Yes. All of you?
Everyone. I think everyone but me.
Is it all on Twitch or are there other platforms? Where do you guys stream at?
I
Some
do an
people
internet.
YouTube.
Ooh, okay. Someone said YouTube. Who said?
Some
I'm on
people do
Twitch.
YouTube, but I'm on Twitch.
Okay. Now, Khoi, do you just simul stream to both YouTube and Twitch, or do you produce different
Oh,
content for each platform?
I don't touch YouTube. I just brought it up as a platform
option.
that people do stream on, but I stream on Twitch.
Okay.
Because I'm a cool kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
YouTube is more for people my age.
YouTube's for weirdos and
Oh.
Zach Aguilar.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then Tom, you stream on Twitch as well?
I'm on Twitch. I'm part of just an internet comedy team. We stream every Friday night at 8 p.m. If I can
I
do a
was
little
not
plug.
informed. of it.
Yeah, please. What is
but,
that channel called?
It's called Talkies.
Like the hot flavored?
Yeah, almost like that. It's
With an
TALKIEZ.
IEZ. Okay.
Yeah, so like
works.
walkie-talkie.
Yep.
Basically, we kind of do an Mystery Science Theater 3000 type of setup where the
yes.
framing is we look at public domain or just ridiculous stuff online, and we just kind of comment over it. And there are little skits and improv bits that we do in between. It's about a half-hour show every Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. There it is.
Well,
It is also adult kind of oriented. So
oh,
I'm
why
being
did it
very
forget my
PG
password?
right now, but
All right.
this is
Well,
definitely some rated R stuff.
I will go back later and look at my token. I probably need to have my token, my authenticator open. Somebody tried to log into our Twitch from
Yikes.
Norway, and thankfully I had it.
PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's what it is. So, okay. So everyone, talkies, I'm going to put a link in chat for you all to log into your Twitch account and then go ahead and give Tom and the team a follow.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
All right.
These
And
tickets out
then
were pretty funny. I like to think so. Anyway.
Brandon, are you?
I used to. I don't really do it anymore. I just can't find the time to do it passionately.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Catch me on Twitter,
Okay.
where, because I post my spicy hot takes.
Oh man.
that annoy
Okay.
people.
So then, let me, Khoi, what is your channel name?
It's Khoi_Dao.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
It's all of our computers are spying on us, so
Mm-hmm.
that's how auto correct or auto suggest works. All right.
Yeah. Hey, that's me. Gross.
I will put a link. I will put a link. Go follow Khoi. Okay, sweet. All right, I've got both your channels in chat. Brandon, you said it. So what is your latest hot take then? What?
My latest hot take. Oh geez, what is my latest hot take?
I hope it's nothing to do with mayo. Looking ballistic.
I recently watched this thing on Netflix called Pup Academy.
Okay.
and it's amazing because it's like from the people that made like Air Bud. And
okay. Oh, Pup
Yeah.
Academy, like a little dog.
like
pup.
actual dogs.
Okay,
Actual
okay.
dogs. And what they did was they have voice acting for all these pups. And instead of like, just not animating the mouths at all, like they could have, they decided to Photoshop very terrible like mouth flaps onto the dog's
really? Onto the.
face.
Ooh.
And sometimes they will only cut out the dog's head in post and not include the rest of the body. So there are several scenes where this like German Shepherd's like entire body is missing and he's just a floating head talking and they hope you don't notice.
What?
And
That's fun.
it's incredible.
It's
And-
incredible. Okay. Okay.
and
No, wait.
it's terrible. And I want to be on that set just to be surrounded by all those dogs.
Oh man,
Uh,
that's
but-
so funny.
This is great.
Oh my gosh. Well, apparently you've now the views are going to go up because everybody wants to see
Six
what
is gonna be like, you know what? We should make like 10 more seasons.
I know. You're going to be the reason that they continue this because the streaming numbers are going to go up. Oh,
It's a
that's
cursed show, truly. It's like, and it's not even about sports. Air Bud is supposed to be about sports.
Yeah.
It's like we're wizard dogs, and I'm like, what? It's like
Oh.
Hogwarts.
really with dogs.
Yeah, with dogs. And I was
Interesting.
like, this is cool.
Okay, so speaking of sports, did anyone grow up playing sports?
Ha,
I
Okay.
did.
I did.
Softball.
Okay, Okay.
nerd. I watched anime. Screw y'all.
man, what is
I
wrong with Khoi?
Very
Alan,
combative.
He's a wounded child.
is
Anyways,
what-
A
yes.
little bit.
what was your sport of choice growing up?
I played basketball actually. I played
Did you
basketball.
really?
Nerd.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I played basketball and then I stopped growing, and so I stopped.
so you stopped playing.
Yeah.
Did this? Did you have flashbacks? Like, how did this feel? What was your connection as you got into the booth and you started recording for Kuroko?
I mean, yeah. I guess it took me back to middle school and early high school of playing.
Yeah.
In a league. But I don't know. Like, it's weird. Maybe I think the closest I get to any of this is I felt like our team was always the underdog.
Okay, yeah,
'cause we definitely had the weakest players, and like our ace was like just tried really hard to like make it happen, and we got pretty far. We didn't win any tournaments, but like we would make it to semis.
okay, very
So,
cool.
Yeah.
And Tom, you're a softball guy.
I mean, I played as a kid. That wasn't
Okay.
I didn't have any towards any kind of passion towards
Okay,
sports whatsoever. I was a marching band kid.
okay, that's okay.
Figured out.
They're
Not
inseparably
okay.
connected with football. I played football into college, and the marching band and the football team are very much share the same stage essentially.
Good.
And depending on how bad or good either side is, half the fans were coming for the marching band because the football team was not where we could have been, and then as we got better, there were some fans in the in the stand for the football team too. Oh
Nice.
man. I think it was because of all of your skill in acting. I very much was from the time I hit play, I was excited to keep watching. And then there was like a moment where you're like, this guy can do this thing with a basketball. I'm like, that's not realistic.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's the
You've
the
never
anime
seen a
part of
guy
it.
do instant transmission in real life,
Ah,
bro,
Or a barrier
Go-
jumper,
or a barrier jumper. Go
which is
watch
just a
some
step back.
basketball games. Yeah.
oh man, I love it. It was, and then the story took me back in. So like, I loved it, and then I had a moment where I was like, this is ridiculous. And then before you know it, it was just something spectacular to watch. Thoughts, Brandon, on your take after watching a couple seasons of this? Did you see the end of season 1 coming?
So, I have not finished watching it yet.
Okay.
Personally,
Brandon.
yeah,
Brandon.
yeah, just
Brandon,
Oh,
I'll take it
I'm-
now.
I'm the same. I've only watched the first 2 seasons.
Well, yeah, but just season 1.
Wait, so
just-
you finished the first 2 seasons?
I did
right?
finish the first 2 seasons.
Tom.
I feel bad. I tried to. My problem is I'll try to binge it.
yeah.
And I'll get halfway through, then go to bed, then get busy until the second season came out, and then I'll binge half the second season, and once again put myself in this situation where I make it halfway through the season, and I'm just like, okay. I
Wait,
guess
so you at
I'll
least
watch it
watched
all
the-
together once it's all out.
So you at least watched the Hot Springs episode then?
Yes.
Okay.
He was in the
All right.
Hot Springs episode.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
it was.
Yeah,
don't
all of us were.
remember. I feel like I do
Oh.
not remember. Maybe I just only care about what was the. What
The
happens
Hot
in
Springs? So
yeah.
they just won their battle, and they're at a Hot Springs, and actually
What
wait,
season are you on, Brad?
Is that where the other team shows up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Heckles
Okay.
Mhm.
in the
Okay.
bath.
and
That's
and,
where you heckle
and,
someone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the one dude runs all day, and then he goes to like, and he's like, the bath is closed. That's the one we're talking about.
no, that's another one. That's the other beach episode. Actually, there's 2 beach episodes. I realized. No, that's you're thinking about the one where Kagami is like
Yeah.
running to get drinks. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
this is season 2 where we're at a bathhouse, and
Okay.
and my character tries to be a pervert, and everyone gets slapped for it.
Oh man.
Well, no, Tom's
they
character tries to be a pervert, and you enable him.
Yeah.
You're also a pervert.
Yes, that's right.
Oh man.
I will
But-
have to
My horrible
say,
vices.
I think the most interesting part of Kuroko for me
Yeah.
is actually the Miracle Gen. Like whenever they get together, like I really like watching that because like they're all so different, and
Oh yeah.
yet you can feel the tension that they're like, we just want to be best friends, but we're all tsundere about it. You know, it's just interesting to watch. I really enjoy that. Like there's this one scene where, okay, except for what's his name, Akashi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Akashi.
the
He
freak
like
with the
comes at
scissors.
Kagami with a pair of scissors, and I was like, holy! Like I was like,
I got
yeah,
violent.
I'm invested in this.
Okay, Brandon, favorite character or favorite player, however you want to put it, that isn't
Oh.
you in the
Oh.
anime.
Kiyoshi, protect him with everything.
Okay.
I love Kiyoshi so much,
Such a good dude.
and Jalen just does so much justice. Like I'm just like, like
Jalen is
made
great.
me almost cry like in the dub, like so good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jalen is
which
most fun.
team? Why can I not find?
Kyoshi's on our team.
He's a
Yeah.
Seirin boy.
Yeah.
He comes in. He comes in. He comes in
like a beat.
after the first.
Oh, you're talking about the dude who was hurt for
Yeah.
season 1. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, Khoi, your favorite player that isn't you.
My favorite player that isn't me has got to be Midorima.
Yo.
I
Okay.
love Midorima because he's the first ridiculous power to be introduced. He's a high schooler who can make full court shots like they're nothing.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, anything besides just the ability that endears you?
Yeah, I think because the show is about Kuroko teaching these generation of miracles assheads about the power of teamwork. They're like, no, we're strong, powerful individuals, and we just we'll carry the game on our own. And Kuroko's like, no, guys, you gotta work together because it's a team sport, and teamwork is very important. And this is the anime. And I think that Midorima lost the most ground in that battle because he also starts from a very tsundere position, and he tries to carry everything by himself. But we see him give in to the power of teamwork the most.
Yeah,
as the series progresses.
Okay.
And also just because he's like the in terms of demeanor, he's the coldest. But to see him go through this journey of warmth,
Yeah.
I think that was the most interesting story to watch unfold for me, at least.
Yeah. You 100%. That's exact. Like that's my pick. I feel like he's such a douche, but they keep him always like close enough to like bring in for a hug. Like he's willing to let it go. Yeah, I'm with you. The biggest growth of anybody, and I want to do like a part 2 for Kuroko's basketball and bring Damon Mills. I just friggin' love Meter. Okay,
no, Damon Mills kills the role.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, Alan, who's your favorite player that isn't you?
Say Kuroko.
Say Kuroko.
Say Kuroko.
It's probably
Kuroko.
like to watch. It's probably Aomine,
Ugh.
but
the groan.
Yeah, suck it, Khoi. No, dude, he's so badass. He has this devil may care sort of attitude. He's like, he can do anything, and
his douchebaggery doesn't like put you off.
No, but that's the thing is that like, I don't know, there's this weird thing where like you're kind of like hooked into douchebag characters, right? Like it's like Sherlock Holmes or like House MD. Yeah, a fictional character,
not a real person.
No. He'd be a huge asshole that no one likes.
Nobody
in real life.
would talk to them.
No one would. Are you kidding me? I mean, in real life, I would probably like someone like Izuki or
I mean,
yeah. No, I'm actually serious. Izuki would probably be my favorite character in real life.
Okay.
Yeah, no, just because he's a really, like gentle, like good friend there. And especially playing Hyuga, like I get to see that dynamic often. And I thoroughly enjoy that.
If I have to pick a Saren player, I love Hyuga so much, Alan. You absolutely destroy, and it's so like out of the blue. Like there's all this time spent developing Kuroko and Kagami. Yeah, like and then they start playing games, and you're like, oh, it's just gonna be, and then you're like, bitches, give me the ball, I don't miss. And then that moment where we go find out like how Hyuga gets good at like shooting under pressure, and to see all those memories of his just like literally get crushed as he misses a shot and destroys
right? The
figures. Yeah. I was like,
the Sengoku figures. Yeah, no, that was really fun. That was really fun to do. And anytime.
Yeah.
And he had blonde hair. No, he's pretty tsundere himself. But yeah, no, he's just a fun character, I would say. And,
yeah, very cool.
He's like the Krillin of the team. He's the best normie.
Right?
He's the best normie.
Yeah, I love that you just went there with that.
He's all right, more like the Tien Shinhan of the team.
I think. Yeah. No, yeah. Krillin's stronger.
Yeah, but Krillin's dynamic is he keeps getting shit on, and I don't think that's it for
and killed.
Yo, Tien Shinhan
killed. Yeah.
At least he's relevant. I mean.
Oh, ouch.
Ooh.
Tom, who is your favorite player on the team that isn't you?
Oh, dude, it's Tetsu number 2. Come on.
Oh,
the dog.
Wow.
Okay, that's fair. I've missed him too, so you can have this one.
Yeah, I thought you'd be pleased by that.
Oh wow, there's some real fan service going on.
The eyebrows.
The other one for me that really almost no douchebaggery, really kind of flipped quickly was Kisei.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He
And-
shows up all smarmy, and then
Yeah.
he's
And
actually
then-
pretty sweet.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very much. I dropped my guard pretty quickly on, and Eric. I feel like Eric's voice is so distinct. Like I could have had my eyes closed across the room and like, oh, Eric, I love you. It was very cool. Alejandro, man, guys, the cast is star-studded. It's really been pretty spectacular. Did anyone watch Haiku before you recorded for season 1?
A little bit. I mean,
little bit.
a little bit.
Meaning the whole Haiku season 1, I kept wondering, like, do they have the balls to make this team lose? And then they lost, and I kind of feel like I knew it was coming for Kuroko. I'm like, every sports anime, like, they're just gonna make them lose in season 1. Like, they will never. Did you guys ever feel like they had a chance to pull that off in season 1?
I mean, if only because I knew there was going to be subsequent seasons and they were going to need materials for it.
Right.
It was easy for me to accept that Serene was gonna eat it at the end of the first season.
I think
There's still so much to explore.
Yeah. I think it
Yeah.
legitimizes them too as a team, just
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
in the sense that I think they have to lose. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't seen season 3, so I don't know. I hope they win. I'm sure some of you know what happens,
Actually, spoilers: a meteor hits Tokyo.
Yeah,
and
and
basketball.
the
is
dinosaurs
back.
come out. Yeah. Yeah, that's and then meteor dunk. No. Anyways, no, but like
Okay.
I think the biggest thing was not like how they were gonna, or like if they were gonna lose. It's more so how crushing it would be.
yeah.
And like the note it ends on is pretty solemn, and I think
It's
very
brutal.
fitting. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
brutal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it feels like
I
to be.
liked
Now, anybody watch college basketball? Okay, so to me, and Alan, you tell me if you felt this way. As soon as I saw Gonzaga get number 1 overall seed,
We're gonna
I
talk
was-
about this.
I was like, yeah, sure, they'll go to the NCAA tournament championship, and yes, they will absolutely lose, and we're going to be forced to look at all of what the haters say about Gonzaga every year, which is they don't play in a league that's challenging enough. And
Mhm.
then everyone's like, no, this is I say everyone, a lot of the professional commentators were willing to take Gonzaga as the favored national champion. And
Right.
then to see it play out, it was hard. I don't think I couldn't watch. And to me, that's what it felt like to watch the end of season. You tell me if you had the similar.
No, I agree. I mean, because I feel like no one else can be in on this conversation. It feels weird, but like, yeah, no,
No, I
can
totally
see that.
understand what's going on.
Yeah.
it was basically like
Gonzaga is
season 1.
my favorite
Yeah,
kind of cheese.
yeah. Saren and Gonzaga are
Gorgonzaga.
it's the
Yeah.
same. Yeah, Gorgonzola is great on pizza
Gorgonzola, yeah, no.
with artichokes. Yeah. All right, guys, what a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your Saturday with us. The anime is
yeah.
absolutely spectacular. You guys are a bunch of badasses, and I honestly cannot wait to see what happens to Saren.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Thanks
I
thanks
know.
for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So everybody, obviously it's a bunch of badass dudes. Go grab a hangout. Go grab an autograph. Go grab a personalized message. Have somebody from Team Saren get you through the rest of this year with a cool personalized message. Thank you everybody in chat for joining us. It's spectacular, and with any luck, Saren will bring home the championship. We'll see you guys on the 26th for Cowboy Bebop.